Welcome to Language Hut. In this video deals with 6th standard prose 1 term 3 who owns the water. Let's get started. Before getting into the lesson, they given a four type of picture. That is, this picture indicate four types of season. And also we discuss in pairs and we have to answer the questions given below. So let's see the questions. So the first question, during which season do you see a peacock dance? So the answer is rainy season. So in that rainy season we can see the peacock dance. And the second question, in which season can you see trees without leaves? Name the country where you can find it season. So look at the picture. This is a picture of tree. So this tree is without leaf. So it the season of autumn. So when the season of autumn, we can see the trees without leaves. So the country of Canada, we can see this season. And the next question, which season is shown in the picture? What are the people doing? So, see that picture. This is the season of winter. Why? Because the people are wearing sweaters and caps and all. And what the people are doing? So, the people are warming themselves by lighting a fire. So, the next question, which season is shown in the picture? So, which season shown in the picture? So, in that picture, we can see many of the people drinking waters, tender coconut water, and some of buying ice creams. So, this and all shows about the season of summer. So, people are buying ice creams. They are quenching their thirst by drinking tender coconut water. So in the during this summer season, we feel too much thirsty, so we drinks too much of water and tender coconut water, and also we can eat ice creams. Before getting into the lesson, just see the new words and their meanings. Outstrip, that means the outer area of a city or a town. Second one, parched, it means very dry. And third one, desperation, that means losing hope. And third one, untenated, that means not occupied. And next one, rump, it means back part of a mammal's body or the part of the body you use to sit. And next one, scrambled. It means moved hands and feet around. And next one, cozy. That means comfortable. And next one, rumble. That means a low sound like thunder. Let's get into the lesson. Once upon a time, on the outstretch of a dusty little village, a tiny bird searched for a place to lay her eggs. The story begins with a tiny bird. It's searching for a place to lay its egg. The land was parched and dry, and there wasn't a bush or tree in sight. So that land was very dry. There is no sign of bush or tree in that land. Finally, in desperation, the little bird discovered a shallow desperation in the ground. So at last, desperation means losing hope. The bird losing his hope, and it discovered a shallow desperation in the ground. Using her claws to remove the stones and loosen up the packed earth, the broadened the hole, and there, underneath the hot sun, she laid her eggs. So, with the help of its claws, it removed the stones from the shallow depression. and it's loosened the earth, and in there he broadened the hole. The hole was very small. He makes the broadened hole, and underneath the hot sun it lay the eggs in that hole. And the next paragraph, the eggs hatched and the good mother protected and feed her babies until they were big enough to fly away. So in that hole the bird hatches egg, and it protect its baby birds, and until it protect the baby until it enough to fly. And here our story would have ended, except this isn't a tale of the little bird, but a much more interesting one of the hole she used as a temporary nest. So here the story is ended. So what is the story? The bird is searching a land to lay its egg, and it's hatching its, and he find its one hole, and in there he hatches egg, and it protect her babies until it big enough to fly. So, this is not a tale of the little bird. But here is the interesting thing is the bird searching land to hatch is its egg. Why? Because it searched a tree. There was no sign of tree and bushes. So it find to place the hatch its egg on the land. So this is the interesting thing. So it used the hole used as a temporary nest, because all the birds are hatching its egg on the trees, but here the bird doesn't see the tree and bushes in that land, so it lay its egg on the land. A hole, you may ask, what could be interesting about a hole in the ground? Well, this hole grew to be quite important, as you will discover. So here, the bird laying its egg on the hole is not a interesting thing. Here, the interesting thing is how the hole grew in that land. So here, we will discover how the hole grew in that land is important. So we'll see how the hole grew in that land. And the next paragraph, for some time the hole remained dusty and untended until one day a passing wild boar settled his rump into the depression. So sometimes what happened means that hole was remained full of dusky and untended means not occupied by anybody. But one day what happens means a wild boar was passing through there, and it sitting in that hole. So the boar was settled in that pit. The pit was not comfortable enough, and getting up, he scraped and dug, craving a pit of more hospitable proportion. So that was a small pit. It was not comfortable to that boar. So it do means he scraped and dug the mud and crave a large um, pit for more hospitable proportion. The pit was made to make boar to sleep. And the next paragraph, backing into this hollow, he turned around a few times, and with a satisfied grunt settled down to a long snooze. A very long snooze it was too. So, for this comfortable sleep, he made to turn around and around in that small pit. So, what it's do means he stretch his feet and hands too. So, with the help of his long snooze, he settled down properly. And the next paragraph, the bird turned and scrambled in his sleep, loosening the earth around his cozy. dug out until the fading sun and the rumble in his stomach told him it was time to get up. So every time that boar used to move his hands and legs in his sleep, the ground was loosened up a bit. Finally, it was time for a sunset when his stomach started making a deep sound. It indicated that he was hungry, so he stretched himself. With a mighty stretch and final kick, the hungry boar departed his daybed without a backward glance. So the boar was stretched up himself and got up with a kick and left the hole without looking back once. And is that it? You will inquire. To which will reply, no, it isn't, dear one. Not by a long shot. Our story has just begun. So here you may inquire, that's all the whole story. But the author says no, this is not the end, but it just begin. Thanks for watching. Thank you.